So we'll see how we go. I'm so glad I did. I'd highly recommend. Highly use the leads under Synct to keep things simple. Alright, what's up guys? Quick update on the cut. I am nearly a week in. I started at 79 kilos, tried to lose 2 kilos. I weighed in today, which is like 5 or 6 days in, at 78.8. So a little bit behind. I should be losing half a kilo each week for 4 weeks to lose 2 kilos. So we'll see how we go. Maybe I'll lower my carbs a bit this week. Overall, feeling pretty good. I've noticed that when I run in the morning, I'm a lot hungrier earlier. It's a pretty obvious one, but might slow down the running while I'm in this last bit of the cut. A bit of a strategy that's helped me stick to plan is just eating a little later, so not fasting, but I noticed that when I start eating, that's when the mental hunger kicks in. So the longer you delay your first meal, the easier it is to stick within plan. And I guess like if anyone's gonna do a cut, you really wanna mentally plan for it. This is a pretty short cut, but if you have stresses in your life, which we all do, and you're busy, etc., when those stresses come up or when you're really busy at work, you wanna quickly have a snack or have something that will make you feel good. So you need to be mentally strong within the cut as well. So just be super aware that it's going to be tough and have things maybe in place to help you. So this is me at the start of the cut versus a week in. So there's not much difference at all. And then this is me though at the start of 75 hard versus now. So 75 hard up until now, which has been about 46 days, I've been 2,500 calories, which is below still my maintenance calories. So I have been kind of on a cut already, but this is even more of a cut. So pretty significant change here, which is pretty cool. So we'll see what happens by the end of the cut if we can get a little leaner. And then I would like to, come winter, we're in summer now here in Australia, do a big bulk. I've never been really big, so I want to try and get some size, some mass. But after the cut and then to when I bulk, I have a 50k ultra that I'm going to film a series on in terms of the prep for that. So I probably won't be able to put on heaps of size between after the cut and the 50k ultra because I'll be running a lot. But after that, I'm going to go heavy on the bulky side of things and see if I can cut down again, but be at a bigger size in terms of overall muscle mass. Alright, I finished up a little run. So my running plan right now isn't really a plan. I just kind of run, given that I'm just doing 75 hard and I'm just doing 2 workouts a day. But as I start the prep for the 50k ultra, which will be in about 4 weeks, I'll have a lot more of a schedule and a plan. But right now, just running for the fun of it. It's getting hot here in Sydney, so it's sweaty out. I would classify myself as a runner. I've always liked it, I'm not gonna lie. But that being said, there's a lot of times I don't want to run because my legs are bloody sore or like I just don't feel like it. However, every time I do and then I finish, I'm so glad I did. So, and it just goes back to just show up every day. Some days are fucking terrible and I kind of just jog, and then some days I feel great. So my go-to in the mornings right now is our Focus coffee from Synct and a greens blend that we haven't launched yet, but we'll launch at some point. But I just love having a coffee fasted. I feel like I get so much more like buzz and alertness from it, and I just do great flow work. So anyone who hasn't tried that, I'd highly recommend. All right, so what I've been doing this morning is working on the imagery and some of the copy for our product pages under the rebrand Synct that hopefully is launching soon. So yeah, you can see that I've just been kind of playing around with some different mock-ups for both like the coffee, the hot chocolate and the hydration, and just playing around with the imagery on site and what type of images should go where. So one of the values, beliefs under Synct is to keep things simple, and we want to separate ourselves from a lot of other brands that kind of overcomplicate and don't really get to the point of what things do. So you can see here we're trying to like say target, calming, relaxation suited to, and then functional ingredients. So it's quite simple, segmented, so you know exactly what it's meant to do, who's it for, and we got a bunch of frequently asked questions as well. And then we go through what each of the functional ingredients do and how it kind of supports what we claim. So the magnesium glycinate, as an example, supports nerve system relaxation and sleep. But if anyone is starting their own business or doing something in that realm, I'd highly recommend, before going through a freelancer, look at YouTube and get Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop and just be resourceful. Again, one of our values for Synct is to find a way and be resourceful. And in this day and age, the amount of stuff that I can now kind of do on my own without outsourcing it and spending cash, because when you're a startup, cash is very, very important. And you want to put that cash, that investment towards things that are going to have a payback within 12 to 24 months as a startup. It's hard to qualify and calculate exactly with every investment what and when that payback is going to be. But I've just realized, at least building the Pass brand, that yeah, you want to have that cash towards marketing, athlete influencers, product, etc. And all these what you call operating expenses or back-end stuff, things like doing graphic design and all that, can be learned, and it's not rocket science. I'd recommend jumping on YouTube, jumping on ChatGPT, doing a mix of both, and Googling, and you should be able to get something out there. And then you've also got Canva too, and you can do pretty cool stuff on Canva that looks like you're a pro on Photoshop. So the core here is to just be resourceful, find a way, be resourceful. And then after all that, if you're still having problems and it's taking away significant time from other valuable things you could be doing, then you might want to outsource. I'm no expert, but it's just, again, something that I've realized when I was building the other brand. I always thought I needed to outsource and get professionals to do things. That's not always the case. Some things you should, like legal say, but for things like this where it's not financial, legal, and it's fairly easy to find a way to do it yourself, I'd highly recommend it. So this is my go-to lunch right now. It's just half an avocado, about 200 grams of the salad kind of slaw mix, and then about 100 grams of chicken, and then some fat-free dressing and some salt and some pepper. My training for the gym at the moment is essentially by muscle group, and then I'll have some days where I do full body workout, so kind of hit all muscle groups, push, pull, some conditioning training, and a bit of like hierarchy type workouts too. And yeah, I've always trained by muscle groups since I started the gym when I was like 12, so that's just kind of natural to me. However, I used to do like say chest on Wednesday, and then I wouldn't do chest again until next Wednesday. If you really want to make gains, you want to try to do each body part like twice a week. So now I've kind of incorporated chest twice a week and legs twice a week, and so on and so on. I'm also trying to learn how to do a muscle up at the moment, so I can do like 12 plus pull-ups, but I can't get the bloody muscle up. And I've looked it up. It does take people a few months, so I'm hoping it doesn't take me that long, but it's so frustrating when you get to that last stage with the bars on your chest and you're kind of chicken winging. I haven't even got past that, but if anyone has any tips, or if anyone can teach me and they're in Sydney, I'd love to learn. So for dinner, I got about 150, 180 grams of chicken, then 120 grams of rice. I put a bunch of lettuce. That's not really, I'm not tracking that. It's just pretty much water. It's not even that nutritious. I'm just adding it for size / it's the only thing I had in my fridge. And then again, only thing I had in my fridge vegetable wise was carrots. So it's a bit of a weird dinner, but just to add some nutrition. So yeah, I'll just put 120 grams of rice in here with the chicken, and then add some soy as well. Should be good to go. And this chicken is a barbecue chicken from like Coles or Woolies. Anyone who buys this chicken would know that it is 20 times better on the day that you buy it versus when you get it out of the fridge. So I always try to have like the whole chicken on the day, because as soon as you put it in the fridge, it gets super dry. But when you first buy it, because it's from that heater and it's been roasted that day, it's super succulent and really, really tasty. Alright, just winding down for the day. That's the video pretty much done. Just having my calming hot chocolate. I haven't been sleeping super well lately. This though has really helped. It doesn't put you to bed, doesn't make you drowsy, but it does help kind of calm the mind. And if anything as well, it really helps during this cut satisfy those cravings you get for like sweet stuff after dinner. And you can have this after like lunch and all that. It doesn't put you to bed. It just helps support sleep and helps calm the nervous system and the mind. So just having that at the moment, and gotta sign off now.